Alright, welcome to another video. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about this charcoal, which is your standard charcoal briquettes that you would use to cook with. So I'm curious if we can use these to make some black powder. It's not going to be very good black powder, I'm sure of it, but just to test it out, just to see, maybe it's something that somebody's had a question about before. So I'm going to be using my ball mill. Also, another video that I want to make is I'm going to break up this clay pot. Then I'm going to try to make some grog with that, which is really strong nozzle mix for your rockets and stuff like that. It's supposed to resist burning and all that, burning through. So that's going to be another video, but that's pretty much what's going to be coming up next. And I'm going to break this up really quick, and then I'm going to throw in the ball mill and see what it comes out to. Hopefully it looks like airflow. Alright, so pretty much what we have here is pretty small pieces of charcoal. It is different mixed woods, so you can definitely see some sticks and twigs and stuff like this right here. It's just like a little burnt stick, so it's charcoal, but the reason why this stuff doesn't work too well is because of all the stuff they add to it to bind it together. So I would assume it's almost like if they're using a ton of dextrin, let's just say, to hold this together. So the more dextrin you use, the slower the powder is. So I think that's kind of why you don't really use charcoal, because it's just so many different woods mixed together, plus a lot of glue and all that. It just makes it weak charcoal. So alright, so pretty much there's like pieces that it didn't break down, and that's pretty much the stuff that's like, I don't really know what it is, honestly. It could be like the binder stuff, it can be whatever it is, but this is actually the air float. So the stuff that you want when it looks like that, when it's nice and powdery. So we'll see how this charcoal reacts with the potassium nitrate and all that stuff. But like I said, this stuff here, it's been grinding out for an hour and it didn't break down, so it's probably just trash and stuff that just wouldn't break down. So I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing up the black powder mix. You guys already know how to make black powder, so we'll go ahead and test. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a 75-15-10, so 75 potassium nitrate, but in this instance I'm only gonna use 7.5. Alright, and then since this sulfur is 10, I'm only going to be adding 0.1. Okay, and then this is 15, so we'll do 1.5 of the charcoal. Have any type of lighter fluid in it or self-start. This is just regular charcoal, so it's not going to be anything with like lighter fluid already mixed into it or anything. So I'm not going to ball mill this. Normally you would want to ball mill it, but what I want to do is a first initial burn test of the meal D powder or a green powder, which is just mixed, nothing, no granulation, no nothing. And you can see there it does look like actual black powder, but it won't perform the same. At least I don't think it will. I'm pretty sure it won't, but we'll see. This is more of a test of someone that wouldn't have a ball mill, someone that wouldn't have access to actual store-bought charcoal, or you can make your own. I've showed that on my video before too, but it's just like a little test. And I'm going to use the match this time to make it a slower burn. I don't want to use a torch. So you see how long it took to burn. That is not good. It is very slow, and it's leaving a lot of stuff behind. So all this slag stuff that's left behind is everything that's in the charcoal itself. Sulfur will leave a little bit, but not like that. So that's kind of why you don't want to use store-bought charcoal that you would use to cook with, because it has a bunch of stuff in it that we don't know. So I'll do a little bit more testing with it. I'm gonna see if I can granulate this a little bit, and maybe that'll speed it up. But you saw how long it burned there. So this amount of charcoal, I want to see if I can make a small rocket with it and see if it'll even fire, or if it'll work, or if it'll have any kind of what do you call it, thrust to it, but I'm pretty sure it won't.